In this video, I'm going to be answering a comment that I got in the last couple of weeks. It's from Wayne, and Wayne asks, is there a way today, June of 2026, to archive music from an audio CD to my Mac? Spending multiple hours with Apple support revealed to me that Apple no longer supports the SuperDrive device, which means if you insert a music CD into your Apple SuperDrive, the music app doesn't know what to do. Is there a music app on the secondary market that can mimic what the music app does? So Wayne, first, thank you for the question. And in order for me to answer it, because I do have a SuperDrive that I'll be showing on the screen right here, and I have the Apple USB-C to USB dongle that lets me use it on my modern Mac. Before I could even get started, I had to go get an audio CD, which I didn't have any around the house, so I bought one on Amazon, and I'm going to use this audio CD to see if we can get the SuperDrive to import that CD into my music app. That's the first step. Does Apple support this particular drive? And I'm using an M5 MacBook Pro, the first generation 14-inch MacBook Pro with Tahoe 26.5.2, which is the latest version of the OS. I'll admit I did try this with an earlier version of the OS and I had some mixed results, but let's go ahead and do it together so you can see what happens. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in this the SuperDrive into my device. Now, I don't know whether Apple dropped support for the specific device. You know what? Let me do this again and see if you can hear this. That little sound, and if I need to, I'll boost it up in post-production so that you can hear it. That little sound is the mechanism of the drive powering up. Now, from what I understand, and I believe Apple did this, they did retire and they do retire support for older protocols like maybe Firewire and stuff like that, but it's my opinion, I mean, at least I wasn't aware whether or not they retire hard drive. Now, out of support can mean a couple things. One means, and I think this is what they mean, I can't help you figure it out because we don't support that device anymore, which means I don't know what to do. That's different than the Mac not being able to talk to the device at all. And so that sound that we heard just a moment ago is a promising sign because what that means is that the device has enough power. Now, I'm using the first-party Apple, what is it, USB-C or Thunderbolt? I guess it's USB-C. USB-C to USB-A drive. That's the VGA adapter that I have. There's also an HDMI one. They're still kind of expensive for what they do, but there are a lot of third-party dongles that you can get that would allow you to connect your SuperDrive. Now, what I noticed is that the one from Apple delivers a consistent amount of power to the device, and something like this with a lot of ports isn't necessarily going to dedicate as much power to each specific port on here. So if I was to use this guy, I would probably have to connect an external power adapter so that enough power comes to the device. So that mechanism sound we heard just a moment ago means that there's enough power coming from the Mac through that USB connection to power the disk. And if that's true, then what that means is I should be able to see it on my Mac. And an easy way to check to see whether or not the device is even visible on the Mac is after you've connected the drive, you go to the Apple menu, you go to System Settings or System Preferences, and then what you do is I find it easier to just search. I'm going to search for CD, and you can see here it's CDs and DVDs. So if I select that, I get to tell my Mac what I want to do. And this is a great sign because my Mac can see the CD or DVD drive. That tells me that this drive is connected and that my Mac can talk to it. And if that's the case, then that means my Mac can use it with whatever app I have installed, whether it's music or something else. So you'll notice here that for my Mac, when I insert a music CD, it's supposed to open the music app. And if I insert a picture CD, it's supposed to open the Photos app. So Wayne, you'll want to check to see if your Mac is set to open the CD with the music app. Now Wayne, if you get to this point and you don't see the CD option, most likely that means that either the SuperDrive that you have is now faulty, which means there's something broken and it's not getting power, or it means the dongle that you're using might not be delivering sufficient power to it. So for me, the cheaper alternative would be to go find another dongle, plug it in and see if that works. Or find another Mac and plug it in and see if that works. Because there's a third possibility. It could be that the port that you're connecting to for whatever reason, isn't communicating or isn't talking back and forth between the device and the Mac. So there's lots of things that it could be, but I'm hoping that you're in a situation like me where you've plugged it in, it's got sufficient power, you hear the little mechanism spin up, and then you're able to go and tell it, whenever I insert a CD, let's open the music app. So why don't we try it? I'm going to take my audio CD out of here. It's been a while since I've used one of these, and I'm going to insert it into the SuperDrive. And if everything works properly, within a few seconds, the music app should open of its own accord, because that's what it's supposed to do when I insert a disc. So I hear it. Sounds like the disc is spinning. Look at that. Would you like to import the CD, the Silver Collection, into your music library? And in this case, I'm going to say yes. You don't have to. If you say no, it'll still show inside the music app and you can select it and play. But I'm going to say yes to save a copy of this audio CD into my music app. And let's see, I think through the magic of editing, we're going to speed this part up a little bit so that you can see the end result. As you can see here, it's working its way through the disc, one track at a time. Ooh, it's almost done. All right, and there you have it. We have successfully imported this CD from the drive, from the disk, into our Mac using the built-in music app. And actually, any music app that you install on the Mac should be able to talk to that CD drive because that's connected to the device. So it doesn't really matter the app that you use once the CD drive is connected. So let me go ahead and eject this disk. There it is. Okay, and now I should be able to go here to Albums, and I should be able to look for the Silver Collection. There it is. And then I should be able to select and play a track without the CD being in the Mac. All right, that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you, Wayne, so much for asking the question and giving me a chance to reconnect with my SuperDrive. And I look forward to talking with you guys next time. If you guys have any suggested music apps you'd like me to look at, or if you have any other tech questions for yourself, drop them in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.